I'll call this meeting to order for Tuesday, January 25th, 2022. Wow, I'm getting old. This is the regular meeting of the Roxbury Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Commission. Seating of the members. Rob, you want to start?
Rob Horrigan.
Sue Fitch.
Sierra?
Sierra Gorglione.
Nobody else? I thought John was going to join. Okay, I'm going to seat Sierra for Andy Engel. So Sierra, you're a voting
Sounds
member.
good. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Communications with the public. Anybody have anything? No? All right, I have a couple things. First, I want to thank everybody on the commission and from the town. My dad died the day after Christmas. He was 91. He did die in his sleep like we all want. But I thank all the outreach from the town. It was amazing. It was great that the town of Roxbury sent flowers to the funeral, and that Pat and Kim, my teammates on the Board of Selectmen, came to the wake. Appreciate that. And it's with sadness to report that Ed Cady died. Ed Cady is the father of Ed Cady Jr., who's a great guy and head of the Republican committee in this town. And it's Julie's father-in-law, Julie Cady, who does our minutes and does so much at town hall. Ed was the best carpenter that anybody ever met. The guy could take down a barn and put it back up. He was an amazing man. And I'm very sad for Ed and Julie for their loss. So that's it. With that, I'll go on to approval of minutes of the regular meeting of December 20th, 2021.
I'll
I would
move to approve the minutes.
Do I have a second? Sierra, you want to give a second?
Yeah, second.
All in
Sorry,
favor?
I'm on mute. It's really
You're
noisy
not-
at my house.
You're not used to it. All in favor? Aye. I see Lenora joined. Hi, Lenora. Good to see you.
Hi.
I will seat you for John.
Okay.
Okay, so you're a voting member here.
Okay.
New business, Connor Dillon, 48 Minor Bridge Road, single family dwelling. You want to put up a map? Is it you, Jim? Hi, Jimmy. Thank God for you, Jim.
Yes, we have
There
Jimmy
you go.
tonight. Thank you.
No problem.
Could you zoom it in a little? So this is on Minor Bridge Road, just past the bridge, going towards Bridgewater. The land has been cleared through John Cody's approval, I think, I hope. And now we're proposing to put a house with a driveway and a barn. You can see the stream to the left. Brian, are you here for this? You're muted, buddy.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So you want to, anything within the regulated area?
Just a little bit of the driveway entrance by Minor Bridge Road,
Right.
just a very small amount of encroachment. Proposals to go in the existing Wood Road access, which just happens to be slightly within the 100-foot setback.
Okay. Is that the culvert that the town needs to replace at the cost of like $800,000? Or is that up
I
the
don't think so.
street?
That seems to be in pretty good shape. That
All right.
culvert.
I think the one they want to replace is too, but I won't comment on that. Okay, so, all right, go ahead, Brian.
Well, the water course kind of wraps right around the site. So the area that was cleared is pretty much out of regulated area. It's a very flat site. Not much in terms of erosion potential. The proposed house, barn, septic, and well are outside the 100-foot setback off of the wetland watercourse area. So it's a very flat site to work with.
Anybody have questions?
Is this,
Nobody?
is this close to where Tuckman, was it Tuckman had the site with the house that we had issues with?
No,
That's further back on the property.
yeah.
If you go on the driveway next door, that leads up to the one that Tuckman got caught on.
Okay.
Any other
Gee.
questions?
Does the land slope down towards the stream, or you said it was flat?
The whole house site development area is really flat. There is a little bit of a slope once you get into regulated area going down towards the brook.
Mhm.
Any other questions? If there are none, we need people to go walk it. Sierra, want to take the new puppies for a walk?
I would love to.
Okay,
I
Right
haven't
down
been
the-
on in a while, a couple months, so I'm ready.
ready to get out. Probably going to be a foot of snow.
That sounds good.
Just one last question. Any roof drainage on this?
I don't think there's any roof drains proposed by Connor on this thing. Got a footing drain that comes off the house for a basement area, but no roof drains.
The house has no gutters.
Good idea.
Hey, Connor.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Connor, did you just grow that beard or?
No, it's been there for a couple weeks.
All right. It's been- must be a long time since I saw you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I didn't put gutters on it. Causes ice dams, you know,
Yeah.
so. All right, so me and Sierra will go look at this and we'll report back next meeting.
Perfect.
Or does the commission, nah, all right, but I gotta put it out there. Does the commission feel this is non-regulated? It's a lot of construction, you know, within 100 feet, but we could deem this as non-regulated. We have that option. Or should we go look at it?
I'll look at it.
Okay. Connor, you're not in any big hurry, right?
I mean, once I get the green light, I'm gonna break ground, but I don't need to break ground tomorrow, so no worries. It's for my,
No, you're not-
it's for my personal residence. It's not a job. It's
Right, right.
Mhm.
You're not gonna break ground for a month.
no. So the next meeting would be the 25th.
Yeah,
Let me just check my calendar here, of course,
22nd his.
or 22nd. I
Yeah.
should be back by then. Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
yeah, you don't need to
Yeah, I'm
be
not gonna
here.
break, I
Let's-
mean, no, I'd like to be just in case, you know.
Yeah,
But there's not much. It's a pretty straightforward site and pretty straightforward. I mean, obviously the house is not marked out on the site, but you go off the map, you can kind of figure it out.
all right, great. We'll see you next month.
Great. So I'm all set here then, right?
You're all set, Connor. Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Yep.
Hi, Russ.
Hey, Andy's here.
I just assumed the meeting was at 7:30.
Ah,
on
I'm gonna see Lenora for John now, right? And who'd I see for who? Does anybody remember?
No, you seated Sarah for John.
I had who?
I think you had Sierra for John, I believe, Russ.
I
Okay.
think that's right. So
And
Andy was
Lenora,
in.
who'd I have for you?
I think it may be Andy.
Right, so
Andy can take over.
Lenora, you're gonna step back now.
Okay.
then. Right, because we have all 5 of us here.
I'll go have a beer if you want to stay seated. It's good.
You can have a beer anyway. All right, next one. "308 Southbury Road." I don't know how to say that name. I apologize.
Osvaldo Saavedra.
Nice. Single-family dwelling with detached garage and shed at 308 Southbury Road. Glad you're here, Brian. You could go ahead
Uh,
when we get the map up.
just a little bit of history on this lot. This is part of Fawnwood subdivision. It was approved in 1987. And it was approved with a shared driveway between 306 and 308 because of a pretty big crossing of wetlands off of Southbury Road. So the driveway and crossing part is existing. There's an
Okay.
existing driveway that goes to the house at 306 Southbury Road. So this new proposed driveway just branches off the existing.
Okay, so it will be a shared driveway because it was approved before
Yes,
for environmental reasons.
it's in the deed to be shared. I think it
Okay.
was to reduce the amount of wetland crossings.
Absolutely.
So all that work is done. It's a limited site because of the wetlands in the front and steep slopes in the back. So it's a kind of a small area to work with in terms of development. So it all fits, but it's a little bit of a tight squeeze.
How big's the house?
It's a 3-bedroom house. Not anything giant. It's a 1-story house.
How many square feet? I've seen people build 3-bedroom, 6,000 square foot houses.
Looks like it's about maybe like 1,500, something like that. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
very big
It's a
house.
It's a small house.
Yeah,
okay.
small bedrooms. It's not anything very big.
Brian,
right,
is this
and-
between Bacon Road and Transylvania Road on 67?
Well, Transylvania Road's out in the back.
Right, yeah. Okay,
But it doesn't really connect in exactly with Transylvania. There's another lot in between this one behind it.
right. But on 67, you got where Bacon hits closer to town. And then Transylvania down at the far end, and it's on the Transylvania Road side, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know where it is. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a 306 mailbox right out by the driveway.
Mhm.
So this is 308, right, sharing the driveway right next door.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
any other questions? Sierra, if you're okay, we could go hit this one too, and unless somebody else wants to do this one.
I'll do it.
It's in my neighborhood.
All right, Rob, why don't you go look at that one? And
It-
Sierra and I could go look too, if we
Brian,
feel like it.
is it staked?
It isn't staked yet, but I'll put some stakes in the ground to mark it.
Okay.
Excuse
All
me,
right.
Ross, it's John Cody. I'd
Yep.
just like to add that the applicant started constructing a shed or small barn. So I went down there when he was doing that and I told him I had to stop, and then this brought on the procedure for the application. So
Okay,
you'll see
But he
construction
did-
has started,
he
but halt.
did stop.
Yeah, he stopped right away. I told him he could
And-
tarp it, just leave it as is, and so that's what's there.
Okay, great, John. Thank you. All right, what's next? Oh, this is a good one. Valeris, 91 North Street, dam created in Brook. John,
Okay, again, John
and
Cody.
do we have a picture? I don't know how this happened without anybody seeing it.
You know, I don't think he-
Everybody, this is when you take a right on 199 to head towards Washington. It's a tree farm. They sell Christmas trees there. So it's right there on your right after you take the right to go to Washington.
No, it's on the
No.
left.
I think it's the second house on the right.
I think it's the first house on the left.
It's the first
What
house.
left? Wait a minute. The left, wasn't that a movie? No, the
John, which
left
house
would
is
be-
it?
Don't turn left or something like that. A
No,
horror
the,
movie.
the left is Joe Caranta's house and Judge
No,
Bridge
no, it's
Road.
not.
This-
It's Caranta's neighbor.
It's before Caranta.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Not at
No.
all.
So
I would
all
not do
along,
that.
I've been walking the wrong place. I'm shamed. All right.
So creepy.
All right, so what happened was I got a complaint that there was some activity in the stream there. I went by and I noticed that there is an earthen dam around 100 yards or so off the road down the brook. I reached out to the neighbor, but he is in Africa until March. So we had some conversations on the phone. I mailed him a certified NOV on the 11th. After that, we've had several dialogues with emails, voice on the phone, etc. He says he'll contend with it when he gets back because obviously he's not here. He explained it wasn't a dam because he put pipes in it. Jim, if you zoom in, you can see the pipes. It's a bunch of sandbags with pipes in it.
Why did he do that, John?
His explanation to me is he has some land behind there that he wants to build a dike or something along those lines so he could drive his tractor over and put in some fruit trees. So he started this project and that's where
And nobody noticed it?
you really don't even, you wouldn't notice unless you look down the stream, I guess. I mean, I never looked for it.
If there's leaves on the trees, you would never see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of,
Okay. And John and I made him aware because he's not aware. I think he thinks he's in South Africa, which he is, but he's not aware of the regulations of the state of Connecticut, which requires permits for things like this. I did tell him we would wait till he came back and then we would deal with it then because it's there. John, there's no work going on, right?
no, it's stopped. There hasn't been anything going on.
All right.
I mean, I keep an eye on it. If he does do something, I have his phone number. I could reach out to him.
So anybody who wants to could go take a look at this. And then when March comes, we're gonna bring them in and we decide do we make them remove it? Do we make them get a permit? Doesn't look like something you could drive a tractor over.
No, I think he has bigger aspirations to make it much larger. You can't get a tractor with it, no way. No.
And what's the pipes for? Why are there pipes?
That's
Looks like
why he
this-
says he didn't impede the flow. But the pipes are above the water in the photograph. If it zooms in, it's just unique engineering.
But you're talking about not where the bridge is. You're talking like to the higher side on the picture of the bridge,
Yeah, you see the bridge, you have to go down, say, another 40, 50 feet.
right
That's-
there. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
But it's
And-
still regardless, it's, filling in a stream.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a violation. And if he's not back by March, then we'll issue a cease and desist. And
Would we ever allow something like that?
I don't know. I need information. All I know is talking to him. He doesn't get it. He thinks it's his right. This is
I mean-
my right to my property.
But
But-
he'd have to come with an engineered plan.
Well, he doesn't understand that. Wherever he's from, he believes that this is his right. But he's been very decent, right, John? I don't
he's
find him to be
polite.
being a jerk or anything.
Yeah, no, he's coming around. You know, he realizes now there's a procedure, so I think we'll be fine eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing to kind of keep in mind with this site is the reason that they redid the intersection of 199 and 67 back in 1955 was because the 1955 flood washed all of that road away. So it can flood in there.
Yeah. Okay. We're good, John?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything else? Mr. Caranta isn't here for his farm
No,
pond.
he never came back with any applications or anything like that. I'm sure he will soon. You know. Do you want me to touch base on that?
Well, Joe Caranta filed the complaint, and the stream on his property upstream had a lot of erosion during that 4-inch or 5-inch storm. So he called me to ask me if he could fix it. I said, you got to go through the process, Joe. Then he talked to Mr. Cody, who went out and looked at it. And I guess Joe somehow decided he wanted to build a farm pond because he's got the garden that we approved as an agricultural activity. And he said he'd be coming in with a farm pond application. So we'll see if that happens. But it's a good way to remind the commission that agricultural exemptions could only be approved by the commission. Nobody could just take it. They need to prove that it's a farm activity. At the size of his garden, I think he could irrigate it with a garden hose. And if he I don't know what he wants to do, but if he wants to put the farm pond in the stream, it's going to become a siltation basin. And then he's going to complain that his pond keeps filling up with silt from the road. So we'll see what he comes forward with. But he was talking about agricultural exemptions. So just so you know, agricultural exemptions have to be, the exemption has to be approved by the commission. The courts have ruled, especially in the last year, they're cracking down on people who claim to have an agricultural exemption and use that to do things that have nothing to do with agriculture. The wetlands enforcement officer has no authority to approve an agricultural exemption, but could approve other exemptions. So the agricultural exemption is the only one that the Wetland Commission has to approve. One thing about the agricultural exemption that they changed, which is good, is they can't interfere with the flow of water. If they're going to interfere with the flow of water, that takes them out of the exemption and they need a real application. So that's that. Anything else? Good to see everybody.
You too, Russ.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
See you in February.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Night.